Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Man, I tell you, it's interesting. What a day yesterday for small caps, for low float stocks. I mean, obviously, whether it be BTX, PRPO, RHE. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And like I always say, listen, there's a reason. Whether it be RHE or PRPO, whichever one it is, if you're always wondering, it's like, why this fixation with low float? Okay. There's a reason. Okay. Because, if you're trying to catch moves like the BTXs, the RHEs, the PRPOs, it sometimes happens. If you're talking real stocks, if you have amazing news, you'll get real stocks like that. Sketchy piece of crap, low float land, we don't even need news. RHE had no news. PRPO's news, very dubious. BTX had some BS news 2 weeks ago. So that just showed that's the biggest reason why. And remember, here on Pre-Market Prep, we're very day trading biased, okay? Now, if you want to know more about swing trading, real stocks, I have the resources out there. I talk about this stuff all the time. You can go anywhere, whether you can go to tbowen.com, you can go to my personal Instagram, I've got a link tree with all the resources. There's so many resources out there. We're day trading biased, day trading biased here. And if you're talking day trading, in and out, same day, I don't know why you're looking at anything but low floats every single day. So anyway, there's my rant for the day. Lately I've been starting out with my main watches. My number one right now, kind of a little bit more boring, but I like VXRT over 1050. Had some good news last night. And this is another one that idiots keep trying to guess the top on. So idiot shorts keep trying to guess tops. Had some whatever news last night. Over 1050 this runs, in my opinion. Risk probably on 10. And then PRPO. A lot of you guys asking about PRPO, which I'm glad you are. I would look at like a reclaim of 7 with risk on VWAP. That would probably be my, number 2 idea. 7 reclaims with risk on 650. Some of you guys asking about Doge. Listen, we don't really talk cryptos here, but I've said it since I said it with Bitcoin in October. Okay, I did a video in October that said 2021 is going to be the year of cryptocurrency, specifically talking Bitcoin. And weeks and weeks and weeks ago, I told you if you bought Doge, I don't know why you're selling. If you bought it at 7 or 10 or 12 or 20, and again, it's all recorded. Go back and watch them. Okay, you can be like, "Oh, Tim, you're just picking winners or revisionist history." That's the term I was looking for. No. All these pre-market preps, they're all still on YouTube. I said it over and over again. I don't know why you're selling Doge when Elon Musk, the smartest man on the planet, is pumping it every day. Anyway, congrats to anyone in Doge. I don't know why. I don't know why you'd be selling now. Same thing. Well, okay, RHE gapping or RHE pulling. So RHE's a week open red to green. Probably my number 3 watch. Number 3 watch, week open red to green. Odie asking about, helps if I can type. Odie asking about BLRX. Ooh. Bone marrow. Okay. Scary stuff. 52-week highs. Kinda low float. I mean, 40 million, not what we would traditionally. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. So, ODS dip and rip. Yeah, this is textbook dip and rip. BLRX, sketchy company. But yeah, Modus 14 stem cell mobile and bone marrow transplant. So, you know, and I always feel like I got to give the disclaimer, okay? When I say scary stuff, I mean, listen, I hope nobody, you know, I want the best for everyone. But understand the scarier the disease, you know, we always talk about like pediatric cancer. I mean, pediatric cancer stuff freaking moves stocks. What's scarier than pediatric cancer? And I see bone marrow, and 13 million shares traded at 8:36 a.m. This is textbook dip and rip. So as always, here we go. Number one, get the ebook. Okay. But what we do with these, so we got scary news. It's a terrible stock. Remember, the worse the company, the better the dip and rip. It's kinda low float. I mean, 42 million. And I talk about this a lot. I mean, in the real world, that's pretty low float. And the fact you got, I mean, you're gonna have 15 million shares traded. Whoops, that's not a dollar sign. Before I end this webinar, you know, in another 7 or 8 minutes, it's going to trade, you know, 15, 20 million in pre-market, by the way. So what you're looking for is let this set that top. Maybe it's 6, maybe it's 550, maybe it's 7. Then you want that pull into the open. And then we typically prefer a chat pump. You know, a chat pump around 9 a.m. So this is the kind that the chat is typically going to pump, the big chat rooms. So we like that as short bait. What did I do to my stylus? Okay, there. That gives us short bait. Then we want that weak open and then that reclaim of the HOD into the 9:45 window. So about as textbook as they get. Let me save this. BLRX. Dip and rip whiteboard. And let me get my notes. BLRX. BLRX. Dip and rip whiteboard. And boom, boom. And BLRX. Oops. Already talked about VXRT. What do you think about OCGN as a red to green? Let me take a look. Yeah, if it gets there. Michaelis. I don't have much faith unless they get some news. But there's worse ideas out there. I mean, if it goes red to green, but I just don't think it gets there. Possible red to green. I just don't have much hope it gets there. What about OCP? Not a breakout. A lot of spikes and fails. So understand when I look at the 1 year, 1 day chart, and as always, I'm not bashing COCP. It's just look at the difference with BLRX's all-time high breakout chart and COCP spiking into all kinds of resistance. So this is the type And I feel like I'm very, very consistent on this. Okay? You guys might get sick of me saying the same thing, but I feel like I'm very consistent. This thing has to clear resistance, so I call it an afternoon only. And why do I say that? Because I think you buy this early with the resistance in the 180s and the 190s and the 2 and 210 and 220. I just think you're going to get stuck. You know? I mean, you see what I mean when I look at that daily chart? If you're buying in the morning, you're just hoping this is going to break through all those levels. What about Clove? I still have hope for Clove, but this was the hit piece. Something needs to change. They need to put out a press release or something. So, RHE keeps hitting high a day. All right, one more BPSR dip buy. Dip buy. Danny. Nobody believes in personal freedoms more than I do. I think that each and every man and woman on this planet should be free as long as no one is hurt. As long as no one is hurt physically, emotionally, financially, I think each and every man and woman on this planet should be free to do whatever they choose to do. One of the greatest things about America, the greatest country in the history of the world, is the First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom to assemble. You should be free to do anything you want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. But I don't know why you're dip buying a piece of crap OTC pink sheet because you're hoping they got some catalyst related to coronavirus. I wish you luck. And to everyone else, if you're day trading liquid NASDAQs, RHEs, BTXs, okay, these are the types that make a big difference in your account. Breakouts, high volume, catalysts, hot sectors. Okay? If you want to go dumpster diving behind McDonald's, and maybe you'll get a quarter pounder with cheese. Okay? I say avoid dumpster diving in the hottest market in the history of mankind. Quit trying to dumpster dive, guess bottoms when you got stocks that break out 4 times a day and spike 300%. Okay? Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you next time.